Hello guys and welcome to a brand new video. Now this is quite an important video that I'm making. I want to make something clear, and this is regarding the video of Durga and Kali that reveal reaction and all that. And I thought this might happen, but it has actually happened. I didn't believe it would happen, but yeah. So here's the thing. I'm going to show you guys something on the screen. I had a conversation with a certain person. Obviously, I'm not going to show their names or anything of that. Like I'm going to just censor all of that. Yeah, because the conversation that I had with this certain person wasn't really a bad conversation, I would say, but it was a little bit uncomfortable. And I'm going to show this, and I want to address something to you guys and talk about that whole situation. So here we go. So as you can see on the screen, this is like the beginning of the conversation I had on Discord with a certain someone. And like I said, I'm going to just completely censor everything related to them, their their name or their profile picture and all that, because I don't want any any more trouble with this. So what happened is this person suddenly messaged me today, and he was like, as you can see, oh, is this are you the one who's the owner of the channel? I'm like, yes. And do you use Twitter? And okay. All right. And I said no. Like, you might see cuts here because I'm censoring the thing. That's why while I'm scrolling, you might get to see the name. That's why I'll be cutting the video into sections. I'll scroll down and then I'll show you the whole thing again. So that the names don't come out. I don't want any nonsense with the whole privacy thing. So I'm trying my best to actually completely block their name out. So yeah, do you use Twitter? No, I don't. I don't really use Twitter. I had a account and I never really use it. So it's like that's why you won't know how the fandom will treat the goddess. And you can see here a certain picture of certain someone on Twitter. Again, I'm not going to be showing the picture again because of privacy. And it's basically someone saying stuff, like that whole role-playing thing that people do nowadays in underneath the Twitter bio. I'm this, I'm that, that is something sometimes that's something regarding goddess Kali and all that. And he was like, so you see, this is what this is happening. And I'm like, yeah. What's happening on Twitter? Are people mad for taking are people mad, or are they taking it okay for now? Now I thought people are getting outraged on Twitter about goddess Kali or something. And I'm like, is that what's happening, or everything is fine now? So this person says no, R18, yep. And he's like, yes, people will draw R18, talk about doing unpleasant crap. And I'm like, yeah, Rule 34 exists. So I'm sure that happened while Parvati was released as well. And this person's like, oh, check this guy's account, servants are not even released. And it started crazy stuff, you know what internet is. So I'm like, yeah, nothing you can do about it. It's the internet. Just gonna ignore them. People today are unhinged. And for me, I think obviously people will say these type of things, make weird stuff. But I'm someone who doesn't like any of these whole role play stuff. Yeah, doujinshi R18 stuff now and then is fine. People this is the internet. Rule for 34 exists. People are going to make stuff about everyone. So I don't really care about that. However, this whole role-playing garbage about oh, I'm this of this certain fictional character and this of that, that I'm kind of unpleasant, kind of weirded out by that whole thing. So I don't really like that. However, doujinshi and stuff, it's fine. That happens. I've been seeing this from when I started anime. So I'm like, yeah, nothing you can do about it. It's the internet. You just gotta ignore them. You cannot really tell them anything. Nothing you can do about it in this situation. So that's what I say. And then what happens is, here we go. All right. As you can see, this person says oh, Parvati wasn't 5-star, so it wasn't that much hyped at all. I talked about Parvati, and I'm like, oh yeah, that's true. All right, fine. And then this person's like, bruh, normal. Here's where everything starts. Normal Indians doesn't see much of the fandom. I'm an illustrator doujin artist, so I stay most of the time active on JP server, where most foreigners talk crap about Indians, and I appreciate if you don't say on your video that all Indians are excited for the Durga and Kali summonables. I'm a true follower of the religion, so it would be as if you're insulting your own goddess. Alright, here's everything where I stand. And as soon as I saw this, I'm like, alright, so I'm dealing with a person like this. Okay, so what I said is that when did I say everyone is excited for Durga and Kami Samlo? Yeah, I never said that. I said I'm excited. I don't know about all the other people. What would I know about them? Like, I'm sure a lot of people will not be happy about this, and I doubt, like, like everyone will be excited. So I said, like, I was the one who was excited, and I've always wanted. And I said, I talked about myself being excited since I've been always wanted Durga, Kali, and Shiva as characters in FGO. And what are you on about? From where is religion coming into this? If you want to take this conversation, the religion route, I respond in kind. And I said, do not ever mix up game, anime, and religion. Games, a little typo there, and animes are supposed to be something completely different. Your faith doesn't and shouldn't be affected. Okay. Alright, here you go. Affected by a mere video game or anime. And I believe this. If it is the if it is, then the problem is with you. I have a lot of faith in my God and religion, so nothing affects me, which is something I wholeheartedly agree. You should never ever mix religions and stuff like this, your own faith, with games, video games, and anything like that. People kill, like, people play GTA, like, and stuff like that. People, like, steal cars, do a lot of other stuff over there. Does that mean that people are going to do the same in real life as well? Obviously not. Like, it's a video game. It's a freaking video game. It's an anime. You suppose the day you'll be able to, like, put yourself, like, and not get annoyed at stuff which is happening in video games and anime, at the day when you realize that you've actually matured. This is my standpoint. Like, whatever happens in anime and video game is something completely different. That doesn't or never represents your own, like, belief and status and stuff like that. So this is one thing I heavily believe, and I don't know what you guys think about this, but this is just my standpoint on the whole thing, and that's what I said. And this person's like, oh no, it's not about the game, it's about the fandom. Even a single individual or government takes action against FGO or the community, in the future they'll give an example of you saying, but an Indian promotes it, and then talk crap about our faith in gods, then say nothing affects me. Now here I understood, like, okay, so this person, I really didn't understand the standpoint that this person is talking about. I realized what he's trying to say. So basically what he's trying to say is that, like, yeah, if this actually becomes like a big deal, and the Indian, government takes some step about it, then people might, like, talk crap about our religion. I can understand what he's saying. He or she, I'm not really sure if he's a male or a female. Yeah, so I understand what's going on. And I realized which, direction this whole conversation is going. And I realized, and I'm like, at first I'm like, are you an Indian? Because I saw, like, that screenshot was blurred, but you can see in the screenshot that there's, like, Japanese, in comment section, it's written in Japanese, comments, and a lot of things, which I think, like, someone reading the YouTube on Japanese, that's why I thought it's Japanese. Someone who is Japanese is commenting about that. And I was, if this person wasn't Indian, I would be like, why the hell are you talking about this? Something like that I would have gone. So I asked, like, are you an Indian? Like, your whole YouTube channel that I was watching was, like, in Japanese or something. This person's like, yeah, I am. And I'm like, wait, I thought you were Japanese. Why is your YouTube screenshot in Japanese? Now, I don't think this person addressed this at all. But anyways, I don't care about that. What happened is that this person says, like, when I said to my JP circle that here we go. Quit FGO and request the Pixiv community to ban or at least shadow ban the R18 crap about Kali and Durga. One Western artist gave me an example of you saying that Indians don't care and likes it. Alright, so I understood what's going on. I'm like, alright, so this person tried to do this, and they were like, some other people like, oh, I've watched this video on YouTube, this Indian person loved it, so I don't think it's a problem. So, next conversation. Alright, so you can see, I said that, alright, I kind of quoted the other, reply, and I said, I can understand what your point is. FGO isn't even available in India. The government won't do or care about anything that isn't available in India. Yeah, the people might get angry. However, that doesn't result in anything. I'm actually glad that now that FGO isn't available in India because of this reason. So there you go, which I am, thank God that I got that FGO is not here. Like, I realized, like, it would have been mad. But anyways, and then I also commented on the other, question, where he said, like, oh, on this one, the Western artist gave me an example of you saying, this one. And I said that, oh, so you come and decide to point fingers at me. The irony, you're doing the same exact thing that you said people would do. Because yeah, that's literally what this person is doing. He said that people are going to blame me, and he's coming and blaming me, like, without anything even happening. And I'm like, that's the irony. You are exactly doing what you said people are going to do. Like, what the hell? So, and then I quote, like, replied to this one when I said the JP circle thing. I said, you're the one who's more affected by this, I can see. Why are you going out of your way to try to shadow ban others? You yourself said you're a Dojin illustrator and you're trying to get other people banned, which is, yeah, like, you yourself is like someone who's like in the Dojin, like, whole thing, and an illustrator, like, an artist, and you're trying to ban other people for doing the, like, like in the same profession. That is actually messed up in my opinion. Like, people should never go for other people's, I guess you could say, profession. Like, this is one thing I can heavily believe. Like, never, like, I'm sure a lot of people, the Dojin illustrators, there are a lot of people, they actually, like, like, that is their livelihood. So this is something that is one of the most heinous and one of the most garbage things I've like, I don't like people who do these things, who try to attack other people's profession. That's one of the worst things that you can do as a human being, in situations, especially situations like this, like mere petty situations like this. And this person is like, my Twitter isn't a small amount, so I will say that drawing ergo of Indian goddesses are not my favor. I could have a little minimized. It could have been a little minimized because of your video, all Muslim will talk crap about the religion and goddess whose followers himself doesn't care about. Okay, let me go down a little bit. Okay. Whose followers himself doesn't care about his identity. How do you expect others to respect the religion? You see, like, where this is going? Like, this person is pretty salty that I actually said that, oh, I like this, and like, and he's like this is another thing that I like, and I see obviously everywhere, that people try to just like, oh, this is happening, so like, this person made this, so this person is like, where the hell did, like, what is this conversation? It could have been a little minimized because of a video. Almost, where are Muslims coming from? What is going on here? Like, we'll talk crap about a religion and goddess whose followers himself doesn't care about his identity. How do you expect others to respect the religion? You see what this is? This person is making this about themselves. Like, this is what people do nowadays. They make people think about themselves. Like, he's talking as if he is the representative of the whole Indian community. And no, this is about you, my dude. Or, like, this is about you. You are getting butthurt about this. It's not about the community. You don't even know how the community will respond. You are getting bothered by it. That's the problem here. And, like, and he's like, yes, like, when I said, like, you decide to type point fingers at me, and he says, like, yes. I'm like, oh, wow, that's that's very good. Like, he actually admits it. And then he's like, he or she, I don't know, like, I'm just going to use he as a gender neutral term. And then he's like, this person's like, bro, there's a limit. I can gender bend and draw Jesus or other gods getting, I'm not going to read that, but I won't do it because my people might get angry. Many people might get angry. The same goes for them. But when they notice other community doesn't give a crap, they'll totally go for it. Again, this person is making this too personal. Now, here's where I start talking about the whole, like, thing, and I say that I'm actually going to make a video on this. And I, like, said this to this person as well. Here you go. From here is my conversation. I say that, okay, here you go. What I say from here is that, oh, great, so it's because of me. Wow, I never knew I would meet, I knew I would meet a few people like you when I made this video, but I didn't know it would be this soon. Who do you think I am? The representation or the official member, ambassador of Engine FGO? I made the video because I wanted to share my feelings with everyone. Listen, if you want to talk about religion and how your sentiments are getting hurt, go talk about that to people who are trying to bother you with this. Oh wait, you cannot, because you're the one who tried to ban others by getting butthurt over mere pixels. I was pretty, like, pissed off at this point. I was like, this person tried to get other people's banned from their profession, and now they're like, like, acting as if they're the victim. This is one of the most, like, like, garbage things I've ever seen. And I'm like, what is wrong with you? And then I said, like, all right, yeah, okay, like, when he said that I won't gender bend and draw, like, Jesus and all that stuff, I said that, yeah, you won't do it because you care about the sentiment of others, which is very nice and respectable. I'm glad that you don't do that, which is true. Like, I'm glad that people shouldn't do that. However, you cannot expect the others to do the same. This is the internet. There's a lot of people who are completely opposite to you, and they don't care about others. And again, me being the only FGO YouTuber doesn't mean that I represent the Indian community and their sentiments. Whenever I'm making any videos, it only shows what I as an individual feel about it. I'm not, and I don't want to represent the Indian FGO community. Thank you for this conversation. Have a nice day. I was pretty pissed off at this point. And okay, I'm going to go down a little bit. All right. Also, I'm going to make a video on. I talked about this to this person so that this person at least knows that I'm going to make a video. I'm going to make a video on this because I want to address this thing so that this doesn't go out of hand. Because yeah, I don't want anyone else coming with the same thing to me. You know, I might use this conversation on the video, but do not worry. I'll completely censor your profile picture, name, and everything else. I'm glad that you're the one who I had a conversation with because you seem like a nice person. You don't lash out at me or try to antagonize me, which a lot of people might have done. I thank you for that. Thanks to you, we were able to have a decent conversation about this. You know, and I mean it. You know, like this person was pretty respectable about it. I know there's a lot of unhinged people out there who probably would have just lashed out and started like swearing and stuff. So I'm glad that's not someone like that. And I wanted to make this video before someone like that comes to my channel or my Discord server. So, and this person's like, oh, it's a bad day, brother, because in the future people will laugh at us and say that they have the news of our goddess. I'm like, what the hell? This is a freaking internet. Even if I made the video or not, it wouldn't matter. People would do it either way. You know, like FGO, like I'm not, I'm not the person in FGO who's making these. I'm just a content creator, and I have a very small amount of subscribers. I don't think people care about me in the grand scheme of things. And the main problem is here I could understand is like me being the only Indian FGO YouTuber, which I'm kind of, I don't know, kind of pride myself in about, because, you know, I'm the only one, kind of. I'm very kind of prideful about that. Like, there's a lot of Indian anime YouTubers as well, but I'm like, oh, I'm the only one. But I'm sure, like, in the future, a lot of other FGO YouTubers will become really bigger than me as well. They'll come. You know, it's just a matter of time. But for the small amount of time, I'm kind of like just basking in the glory. But this is also true that I don't want anyone coming to me like acting as if I'm like the representative of Indian FGO community, and like I'm the representative of the sentiments of my whole country. I'm one person. I can't take care of like so many billions of people who lives in my country. I'm talking about myself, and YouTube is about me, my channel, my fans. You know, it's not about the whole freaking community. I don't know what other people like. This is about me. I made this video because I kind of enjoyed it, and like I said, I still believe like this is one thing I believe, and I don't think I'm wrong. That is, like as an individual should never get affected by, like I said, a mere video game or a mere anime. Anime, video games, they're here to make you, like, you know, entertain you. Yeah, there are people who will be, you know, using that to do these type of things, and even if I don't, like, you know, appreciate it, I wouldn't go out of my way to bash them or, like, you know, attack them about it. It's them. They're the one who's doing it, and I'm sure everyone else does the same thing for other cultures as well. A lot of people have like for example, like the other gods and goddesses, you know, like I'm sure like FGO does a lot of things that a lot of people don't like about the whole gender bending thing that they do. And like obviously, like Durga and Kali weren't gender bent, but people are, like, you know, like apparently getting pissed off about how they're represented, and, you know, like this whole thing. And so, like, they're going to do it. This is the internet. You're dealing with it. Like, you see how toxic Twitter is. You know, like, you cannot do anything about this, and that is why I really don't care. I am staunch in my belief. I believe in my God. I believe in, like, you know, like what I believe in. You know, like, I respect my gods and goddesses, and I would like to see them have like a representation in FGO because I like it. Like, I've always said that I've always wanted Shiva as well. I don't know why Shiva's still not here. But anyways, like, I want like these characters to, like, you know, because I enjoy it. I like seeing, like, you know, what other, and it's not that FGO is trying to insult you. You know, like, they do this for every freaking character. It's not that they're just nitpicking Indian characters and doing this. No, obviously not. You know, everyone gets, like, you know, like the same treatment in FGO, and like, and they have like an actual, like, you know, like a reason behind it. Like, there's so many whole thing. Why is Ganesha a female here in like, you know, in FGO? Because that's Jinako. That's not Ganesha. Ganesha is within Jinako. That's a completely different person. Now, I don't know about this whole Kali Durga situation, if that's a pseudo. I'm pretty sure that's a pseudo servant. Let me know. And if it is a pseudo servant, then again, it is not that person. You know, Kama as well isn't Kama. That's Sakura. Sakura's like body. It's a pseudo servant, for God's sake. You know, it is not them. The gods and goddesses come within them, and they settle within them. They act as a vessel. You know? So the person who is misrepresented is the person, the imaginary, like, you know, fictional anime character like Sakura or Rin. They are the ones. Inside them, there's these gods and goddesses. That is the thing. And like this is one thing, but obviously, like I said, like like I I don't know what to like say about this situation. So this is what I'm saying. I made my statement. you know I am not the representative of FGO in India. For God's sake, please don't make that mistake. I'm only one person who made this video. That is why people are thinking like, oh, I'm the one who's like, no, obviously not. I'm making this video for me and my like fan base only. Yeah, other people are watching it, and I'm happy about it. But do not try to come to me and blame me or point fingers at me and say that, oh, you're the one that people are talking crap about this. What the hell is this nonsense? You know, yeah, and I don't think this person is that bad. Like, this person is a lot more better. I've seen a lot of more unhinged conversation on Twitter and YouTube. It's wild out there, if you know what I mean. So this was a very tame conversation, and I'm glad that this is where it started, and I don't want this to further move any forward. Do not come to me trying to blame me about stuff like this. Like what the hell is this? Like, I first thought I thought like this person was like, would be like, oh, like a lot of people, like said, a lot of Indians as well in my comments also said that, oh yeah, like like we don't have any problem with this. But like a lot of people would. But I'm also excited about like, and I thought this was another some person like that was going to say something like that. But I didn't expect this conversation to go in this direction, and that is why I made this video, because I don't want this to continue. I don't want this nonsense to go anywhere. Obviously, this whole thing is going to die down within 1 or 2 weeks. I'm pretty sure. I'm not sure if Durga or Kali are coming as characters. If they're coming as characters, and then yeah, obviously, like it's going to stay for a little more. But then obviously, when Ordeal Call 1 will end, everyone will forget about this and all that. People and this whole thing will go down. So like, yeah, and this also, like obviously, if in these characters come in FGO, like Durga and Kali. Yeah, I'm going to make videos on them as well. I'm going to summon them on FGO, and like I said, this is just me as a person, as an individual. I do not represent my community at all. I'm one singular content creator, and the fortunate and unfortunate part of this is I am probably the one character, person whose video kind of blew up. If someone else, you guys made a video like this who kind of blew up, I would have been happy because I would have an ally with me. I would have an ally with me. I'd be like, oh yeah, thank God people are only not pointing my fingers at me. They're pointing the fingers at me and someone else as well. So thank God. I'm that is why I said it's kind of fortunate and unfortunate. Fortunate because, like I said, I kind of pride myself in this as well, because everyone does that, being the first, almost the first person. I don't know if there's other FGO YouTubers or not, but I think myself as being one of the creators of FGO in the very small community in India. So that in itself I kind of take pride in, but at the same time, this is the part that I don't really like, where people but yeah, being the only person now in FGO, kind of making FGO videos in India, is going to bring a few things here and there. But yeah, I would be actually be glad in this situation if there was a few other people who made videos like this, and they also did this whole this whole thing, and I wasn't alone in this whole thing. But yeah, I just wanted to make this video, guys. Don't know how many people will watch this. However, I wanted to get this thing out, and I wanted to give my statement. And as you can see, I only represent myself. I don't represent the community, nor the Indians, and I would like to keep it that way. And if any one of you please don't make the mistake that I'm the one who is yeah, I'm the one who made the video, but I'm only talking for myself. I didn't know this video is going to get this big. It's 10K views or something. I'm flabbergasted looking at the whole thing. I didn't expect this to be this big. Really, I thought it would probably go up until 3 to 4K, like Bhima and Duryodhana, the whole that thing that went. It freaking it's 10K in one day, and I'm actually I'm really surprised at this. So yeah, what can I do? I didn't expect this. And here's the thing, I was talking the whole video, I was talking about myself as to how excited I am. I don't know where this person thought that I'm actually talking for all the Indians. What the hell? But anyways, I'm going to end this video here. I just wanted to address this to you guys, and please keep this in mind. And I'm also going to, I don't know, I think I'm going to link this video in the original video as well for the reaction, and I'm going to write there that if you have any problem, please watch this video, and here's my statement. Don't come to me, please, with this whole nonsense. And yeah, and that's all that I wanted to say. So let me know your guys' opinion in the comment section. And yeah, like that is it, guys. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys in more videos that I make. I'll probably make like a Melusian video today. I don't know, like we'll see. But yeah, see you guys in the next video. Until then, goodbye and have a nice day.